Hello and welcome to Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. My name is Christina Lees, and today I am going to be making a vegan chicken satay with a peanut coconut sauce, and later I'm going to be making a Thai red curry and coconut cauliflower rice to go with it. I'm going to be using this Beyond Meat, Beyond Chicken strips. I'm going to marinate them. I'll show you how to marinate them right in the bag. Before I do that, I want to address something that's been going on in reaction to some of my posts. I have been getting a lot of grief from every side. I've been getting a lot of grief from meat eaters who object to my using terms like minced pork in a dish that doesn't have actual pork in it. And I'm used to that. I get a lot of grief from meat eaters. I'm sure that a lot of vegetarians and vegans out there relate to that. I'm sure you relate to the question about where do you get your protein and various other always somehow backhanded or straightforward insulting statements and questions and assumptions. And I'm used to that, but I've been getting a lot of grief from the vegan and vegetarian community as well, which is sort of frustrating and vexing. I'm getting objections to the same thing. I'm getting objections to using the word pork, or for spelling pork correctly, or not putting quotation marks around the word pork. And I want to explain why I don't do some of these things. I want to explain, first of all, why I don't use fake names for, if I'm making a Chinese dish that is green beans and minced pork, if I spell pork, P-O-R-Q, no one's going to find it. No one's going to, on the internet, be able to search it and find it. If I spell chicken, C-H-I-K apostrophe N, or it's just confusing and makes it an unsearchable term for the internet. Also, really, my main purpose for using the real term for the fake thing is that making food for vegans is sort of preaching to the choir. I'm trying to win over people that eat meat and show them how great a vegan dish can be, and how it won't leave them feeling unsatisfied or missing things they think they can't live without. Bacon, of course, being top on everybody's list. Everybody eats bacon and they think they die if they don't have it. But I have spent 5 years on my blog trying to make dishes that I've long said that I could feed a meat eater in my house for a week and give them no meat and they wouldn't even notice it. A lot of the dishes I make are just naturally vegan. Pasta with a marinara is a vegan dish just inherently. It doesn't, so, and meat eaters are just thrown by the word vegan and it scares them off. But now I have vegans that are getting scared off. If the title says vegan green beans and minced pork, it isn't that the green beans are vegan and the pork is actually pork. It's that the whole thing is vegan. I don't know why that's a perplexing concept. I was schooled by a man yesterday who's been vegetarian for 8 weeks. Keep in mind I gave up meat 30 years ago, teaching me about the proper way to terminology to use as a vegetarian. And I had a vegan chef tell me that she can't stand when people use terms like chicken and pork and beef in their vegan dishes, and she never uses those terms. So God bless her, but my job here isn't to be self-righteous. My job here is to try to make food that's delicious and accessible to people. Easy to make, delicious for everybody, meat eaters alike. I don't believe in judgment. I don't believe in I don't think you're going to win anybody over by being mean to them. And I just don't know what I'm doing that's getting everybody irate on both sides. It's really frustrating for me. But you know what? I got to be me. I got to do what I got to do. I'm not going to spell pork with a fucking Q, and I'm not going to put quotations around it. And if vegans think it's more important to be self-righteous, then so be it. Not all vegans are, but the ones I'm being picked on by. I guess I have a thin skin, and I apologize for that. But anyway, on to this. This is Beyond Meat Chicken. If you watch my channel, you know I'm in love with this product. They call it fucking chickens right on the package, and it's spelled correctly too. I'm just going to marinate this chicken right in the bag, and the marinade consists of, oops, I need a spoon. I'm such a fucking dork. Anyway, it consists of 2 garlic cloves, 2 shallots that I diced, 2 jalapenos that I diced, oops, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I like to use the low sodium stuff, I think for obvious reasons. But anyway, I feel like there's more important things in the world going on, and more important things to achieve than to pick on other vegans and vegetarians because you're a better one, because you're more invested, you're better at it, you've done it longer, you don't have pet dogs because you think, whatever the thing is. I mean, it's just a competition out there and I refuse to engage in it. So I'm on a soapbox today, I apologize. So anyway, I'm going to put a tablespoon of agave in here. Also, I don't feel like I should have to say vegan everything, like vegan butter, vegan not almond milk. It just is. It's vegan. If I say the recipe's vegan, assume that all my ingredients are going to be vegan. I'm not going to sneak in some bacon, real bacon. And anyway, finally, the juice of a lime. People got to me, it seems. And I'm human. I'm human. What am I going to do? By the way, I love this juicer. I like the color of it, I think, more than anything, but it's very effective. I say as I can't make it work. I'm also a fan of sound effects. I don't know what that's about, but I do it. All right, so I'm just going to seal this thing back up. I hope it's sealed. And I'm going to mush it all around in there. I'm going to let it sit while I make the coconut peanut sauce. I'll be right back. I'm back. Maybe this gin and tonic will make me settle the fuck down. I'm in a tizzy today. Okay, so now for the satay sauce. It consists of a cup of coconut milk. This entire recipe with the rice as well is going to take 2 cups of coconut milk. And the can was just this can of light coconut milk, because why not use light if you can. It wasn't quite enough, so I got to bust into one of these little tiny ones that I get at my store, Bangladesh, my Thai market. I love these little cans because sometimes I make recipes for 1 or 2 people and I don't need the big can. It's just too much. And this little thing is fantastic. It's like a single recipe serving and it's 79 cents at my Bangladesh. Okay. Now I'm going to add to that cup of coconut milk, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of peanut butter. Pardon me while I grab a fork or a spoon. Douche. All right, this is that horrible natural peanut butter. It took me like half the morning to mix it. I still haven't gotten it mixed up properly. But anyway, let's see. That's about 1/4 cup. I'm going to add a little more because I like the peanuttiness. So I'm going to add a little bit more than 1/4 cup. Let's call that 1/3 of a cup to 1/2 a cup. I think on the blog I used 1/4, but F it. Okay. To that I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of cilantro. That's more than a half. I'm going to save some of that for garnish. That's 1/4 cup of cilantro. Oh no, I forgot my jalapenos and shallots. I'll be right back. All right. This is 2 shallots diced. This is 2 jalapenos diced. All right. I'm going to take a teaspoon of agave and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. All right. And then use one of these salad dressing things. You just shake it up, and that's your marinade. I would leave it out while you cook. You know, I mean, you can make this, it'll last for days, but on the day you make it, leave it out because you want it to be room temperature. You don't want it to be cold on your warm chicken. So that's the peanut sauce. This stuff is like crack. It is so freaking delicious. All right, now I'm gonna get a pan and I'll cook the chicken. All right, I'm back. I'm going to now cook the chicken. I would normally use this grill pan, but this grill pan is a bit warped and doesn't hit this little burner of mine flat, so it doesn't really carry any heat. So I recommend a grill pan if you have one. Not necessary. You're going to see I'm going to do it in this pan right here. Right here. All right, I'm going to spray it with a little olive oil. Alrighty. That's hot. I hope I made sense in my earlier rant. I just don't see the use in attacking each other in the plant-based and even just the vegetarian world. I just don't think it serves anybody. I don't know why everybody's so cranky. Oh, now I forgot a spatula. All right. Really, all this requires, you could marinate this chicken for, you could do it overnight, you could do it for as little as long as you need to. Not totally necessary to do it because you could actually skip it and not do it at all because that sauce right there, this stuff here, it's the money. All right, I'll put this in the pan. I think it's funny that some people are so sensitive that they can't even see the word pork without throwing them into a conniption. And in my defense, Beyond Meat uses the word chicken and they use beef on their packaging. I think that many meat replacement meats use the real term on their packaging. I mean, how else are you supposed to know what it is? What if I was to try to pitch this recipe and said I was making flavored plant protein strips? Like, would you want that? Or my minced pork thing, what if I was like, it's a Thai spicy green beans with minced flavored gluten? I mean, nobody wants that. That's the kind of stuff people think vegans eat. Yeah, you gotta put some bells and whistles on that stuff. Put a little flash, a little glitz on it. All right, this pan wasn't hot enough, so I'm going to let it heat up a little bit, and I'll be back to rant at you some more. Hopefully I'll be out of my system by the time I'm making the rice, and you guys can have a nice, peaceful demonstration of my cauliflower rice. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So it's looking pretty good in here. I think it would be better if I had a grill pan. It would maybe give them a little bit more of a crust or a drier exterior, but it's not really necessary. But that is that. So, but one thing I forgot to mention when I was making the sauce was I forgot to juice a lime in there. It needed the juice of one lime. You may or may not know that there is an original blog post from my blog that the bulk of these recipes are based on, that the link is typically down in the information below, and you can go there and get a printout of these recipes so you don't have to watch the video and take notes. You can actually just go to the site, and there's a print thing down at the bottom where there's a bunch of links to things. There's a print PDF option, and you can, when you open it, it'll allow you to eliminate photos and that sort of thing, so all you get is the text of, you can just delete from the blog itself the things you don't need, whatever chatter I have going on in there, and the photos and stuff, so you just have the recipe. And that is that. So this, you could serve this with rice. I would serve it with rice. And I'm going to make the rice next. I'm going to make it's going to be a spicy Thai, red curry, and coconut cauliflower rice. So that's it for this one, though. My name is Christine Elise. This is Delightful, Delicious, Delovely. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were patient with my rant. And yeah, why can't we all get along is my point. I just don't think there's any reason to attack anybody for the way they spell pork. My goodness, let alone what they eat. So there you go. Thank you. Please come back. Please subscribe. Until next time. Bye.